Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. So today we're going to look at the new AGL Cell Jr. unit. Now this is definitely a very important unit that has released. Cell Jr. finally has a good card. Let me just say, I do think it's a little bit disappointing to me. This card is basically all of the Cell Juniors, but the name is just Cell Jr. Like, they should have called it like Cell Juniors. Like, you know, the Metal Cooler Army has the card. This should be all of the Cell Juniors. And quite honestly, I think they should have given us, you know, 7, like, I don't know, like, well, I guess 5 free-to-play Cell Juniors from the Cell Games event like they did with the Metal Coolers. I think that would have been a really good idea. You know, we could have had a Cell Junior for every typing. They could have had different names. We could have had a Cell Junior unit and the Cell Juniors unit and LR Cell plus Cell Juniors. So you could have ran like a full Cell Junior team. I think that would have been a much, much better idea. Again, kind of some weird decisions during this download celebration. Now, this Cell Junior unit, we're going to be looking at him rainbow today. This is actually the only unit I did not rainbow from the banners. I had a lot of difficulty with LR Gohan, as you guys know. I ended up pulling, I think, well over 10 copies of Android 16 as a secondary unit on Gohan's banner. But Cell's banner, I don't know exactly how many stones it took me on Cell's banner. All of my summons were on camera, so I mean, I guess I could go back and check. I don't really feel like doing it. I mean, if someone wants to let me know how many stones I use on the Cell banner, please feel free. But I feel like I did Rainbow Cell in maybe like, it was like 2,500 stones or less. I feel like I actually Rainbowed Cell quite easily because I got the last 3 copies pretty quickly after I got that last copy of Gohan. So I think Gohan took me like 5,000 stones to rainbow, and then I think Cell was like 2,000 to 2,500, I think. Because again, all of my summons were on camera, but I did do like 500 collabs, right? Okay, so the Cell Junior unit, right? They're really good. 100% attack and defense start a turn. They do lower attack, which is good. They get 10% attack per artificial life form category ally on the team. So their best team will eventually be the artificial life form team. But, you know, right now they've only got a 130% lead. So I figured the Android team might be a bit better. So there is 30% attack we're leaving on the table because the two 17s plus 18 are not artificial life form category allies. But the Android 18 is a very good support type unit. So I figured it'd be good to have a rotation with her and the Cell Juniors together, right? Now, the other thing is the Cell Juniors do a guaranteed second super attack if you have a perfect form Cell or a perfect Cell in the same turn. Now, one thing I think that really, I don't mind the limitations. Like, okay, so like, you know how Nail is insane if Piccolo's on the team. That's fine. But I don't like this new thing of in the same rotation. Not only are they limiting team building, but they're forcing our rotations for us, which is not great, right? So let's see what number Cell Jr. is going to get up to right here. 1.27 is fine, considering they lower attack. They have, you know, a decent defense. They're going to get a guaranteed super attack because Cell's around. They're not bad. I think they're actually a pretty decent unit. Again, on the artificial life form team itself, they're going to be a very interesting unit. Plus, they're just another unit that can be added to that team that lowers attack. That artificial life form team is filled to the brim with just like units that lower attack. I'm actually very excited for what I presume is going to be an Android 13 category leader, I guess. That's what I'm hoping. I would love to see that as an artificial life form category leader. I do think that is going to happen because I thought Cell, I mean, honestly, Cell was the best choice for that. Honestly, I think my idea of Cell as the Cell Saga leader and artificial life form leader, and then Gohan as Super Saiyan 2 and Hybrid Saiyans was better than what they gave us. I mean, Gohan, I think Gohan could have been Super Saiyan 2 and Kamehameha. That would have been fine as well. But I don't know. Honestly, nah, I don't know. Well, see, it's hard because Gohan, that form of Gohan is the most iconic Hybrid Saiyan, and it's also the most iconic Super Saiyan 2. So it's very tough to say. I mean, I think that Gohan, the first priority should have been a Super Saiyan 2 category leader. Yes, obviously the Super Saiyan 2 category team would not be overpowered at all. There's not that many units on it, but that's why, you know, if it's a dual leader skill, it's fine. It's the same thing as like the Planet Namek Saga team. Yeah, that team ain't that big, but guess what? It's good in context that it's comboed with the Super Saiyan category team that Super Saiyan Goku has, right? The other thing too, the Cell Juniors, the very odd decision they made is that they share almost nothing with an LR Cell. It is bizarre. I don't know what they were thinking or what they were going for. The LR Cell and the Cell Juniors, I believe they share one link. I think they only have Fierce Battle together, which it's just like, what? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, they gave LR Cell Gentleman, they could have given him Attack of the Clones instead, which would have benefited Cell Jr. and LR Cell more. I mean, they could have given LR Cell Nightmare, which would have been good. Brutal Beatdown, but they insisted on giving him his crappy, dead, worthless links, which I just really despise. I really despise the way they made LR Cell. Like, I just, honestly, it's bad design. That's it. They designed Cell terribly, poorly, I think. And Cell, you know, he is underwhelming. I mean, I see people commenting like, oh, you know, Cell does 3 million damage, 2 million damage. I'm sorry, but 2 and 3 million damage is incredibly unimpressive from a Dokkan Fest LR, all right? You know, if we're talking to TUR, sure, that's great. But Cell and Gohan are Dokkan Fest LRs. They are the cream of the crop. They don't do additional attacks either. It's okay that Kale and Khalifa, you know, on their, like a full 24 key super attack by Kale and Khalifa, they'll do maybe a 5 million attack set, a 4 million attack set, something like that. But then they have a bunch of additionals coming after. Gohan and Goten, you know, maybe at the start of the fight, they get like a 5 million, you know, 18 key super attack, but then they have their additionals coming. That's the difference between, you know, LR Gohan and Cell and like some of these other Dokkan Fest exclusive LRs. I will continue to hammer the point home that they are good, but they are also disappointing. I just think there's no, like, you have to like admit that the units are disappointing with the restrictions and all that. But again, at the same time, they are good. Like, I don't want that to get lost. It's just, Gohan I can live with the way he is, honestly. It's just, it sucks we're never going to see Super Saiyan 2, but I can live with it. But Cell, like, man, did they just weren't fair to Cell. That's what I'll say. I think they treated Cell very unfairly. Very, very unfairly. All right, so this is a really good rotation for the Cell Juniors. We have Nightmare. Do we have Brutal Beatdown on this rotation? I'm actually not sure. I gotta check if 18... No, 18 does not have Brutal Beatdown, and Cell does not have Brutal Beatdown, so we don't have that active on this turn. But we do have things like Innocence active, Nightmare is active that Cell also has, and Fierce Battle Cell also has. So, this... I don't know if this is the Cell Junior's best rotation, but it's gonna be close, I would say. Because, you know, 18 is, of course, the best support type unit for this team. You know, maybe on a full Artificial Lifeform team, plus also, like, Physical Kid Buu on the rotation instead, maybe they actually would get a slightly higher attack set than the Android category team, or the Android 18. I think that is possible, but I think this is good for now. So 2.27 from this guy, that's pretty good. Yeah, this SCR Cell is very strong. 1.58, and then considering, you know, you link him up with, like, SCR Cell, who's going to be... Is SCR Cell their best linking partner? He might be. Maybe it's better to link them up with, like, LR Tech Cell, but that's not going to activate their additional super attack. So, really, it seems like they're going to be best used with LR Cell. You know what's odd, too? So, I don't actually know the answer to this question. If the LR Physical Cell activates Cell Jr., the Cell Jr.'s second attack. It must. It has to. It's gotta. That would be literally the dumbest thing ever. If like, the Cell Juniors, like Physical LR Cell doesn't count it. But then again, I mean, they didn't give Physical LR Cell the Kamehameha category, even though he does the Kamehameha in his super attack, so I've got no idea. Again, I think what they're saying with that is that the Cell Juniors are not capable of the Kamehameha for some reason. Don't try and ask me. I have no idea. Honestly, I think that's, like, of all the category shafts that people don't like, I think the most egregious is Physical LR Cell and the Cell Juniors. Because both of those units, the Cell Juniors use the Kamehameha in their super attack. LR Physical Cell uses the Kamehameha in a super attack. There's no excuse. They should be on the Kamehameha category team. Again, all these banner units were very bizarre. I think the free-to-play units are pretty good. And I'm sure the Part 2 units are going to be really good as well. But I have a complaint about all 4 of the banner units. It's just so many bizarre decisions. It's like these units like are like 2 years old or something, and they decided to update them. I don't know. It's just, again, very, very bizarre. All right, so we took a good look at the Cell Juniors, right? Let's go ahead and move into the breakdown. Let's take a look at all of their info, what makes them so good. I mean, another good thing is that they are an artificial life form category leader. They're doing this with a lot of these units now, man. Like, even these summonable TURs as 120% sub leaders for categories, going to be very, very good for free-to-play players because, you know, the artificial life form team, you know, on global, I think the only leader for the team is LR Super Baby 2, right? Yeah, and then now on JP, you have the Cell Juniors, and then you also have LR Tech Cell as sort of secondary leaders for that team. And then, of course, I am still waiting for the big-time Dokkan Fest exclusive leader to show up, 170% for the team. I think the team, the Artificial Lifeform team, that's already actually one of my favorite teams. You give that a real leader skill, and boy, oh boy, again, seriously, that's going to be one of my favorite teams. All right, so this is Dispersion of Evil, Cell Junior. Again, very dumb that it's not Cell Juniors, considering all 7 of them are in the card. Whatever. Their leader skill is the Artificial Lifeform category key 3 and 120% to stats. Their super attack is Cell Juniors Hell, which does supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. I mean, the super attack name is literally Cell Juniors, but their card name can't be Cell Juniors, huh? Okay, Dokkan. Their passive skill is Dispersion, which is 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. They get an additional 10% attack per artificial lifeform category ally on the team, and then they launch a guaranteed additional super attack if you have either Perfect Cell or Cell Perfect Form attacking in the same turn. So, of course, they build it like that so that either like of the 2 forms of Int LR Cell would work. So basically all the Perfect Cells, any Perfect Cell you could use would activate their ability. I'm not sure about Physical LR Cell. I would imagine that would activate it, though, because I imagine if this is written in the same manner that Kid Chi-Chi is written, where, like, you know, it doesn't have to be just Goku Youth on the team, but Goku Youth Great Ape, Goku Youth and Arala Youth, Goku Youth and Bulma Youth, all will activate Kid Chi-Chi's extra defense. So I imagine the, you know, Cell Perfect Form plus Cell Juniors would activate their guaranteed additional super the same way. Their links are Attack of the Clones, Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, The Innocence, Coward, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. Now, I made this point before data download night. The Cell Juniors have Coward because they ran from Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but, I mean, again, did y'all see Gohan at that time? The Cell Juniors turning away from Gohan, I don't know that I could call them cowards, because Gohan was literally, like, kicking them in half. Go look at in the manga, Gohan hits them and their organs, like, explode all over the panel. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel right calling them coward when Gohan is very clearly just, like, tapping them and they're exploding into pieces. Like, they had no chance. Like, they had no chance, dude. So, you know, at the same time, I get why they have coward, but I also don't think they need coward. Let me take a look at that in context of the artificial lifeform team, though. Does Baby Janemba has it? Oh, it's stupid. Come on. Ames has it in his first form, but loses it for his second form. Absolutely pathetic, pitiful. Giving them coward is a waste of a link. It's a slap in the face. It's a mistake. They should not have coward. Whatever. Their 12 key multiplier is 140%. It's a bit lower than I would like. They're a brand new, you know, banner unit, and these banners are what a featured unit 1 of 10. So honestly, I think they could have done it. Oh, okay. On the Dokkan Wiki, it does say that LR Physical Perfect Cell does count. Okay, that's good. That's good. And lastly, they're on 3 category teams. They're on the Android category team, the Artificial Lifeform category team, and then the Android/Cell Saga category team. Again, the fact that they're not in the Kamehameha is pathetic, pitiful, a lousy excuse, dumb, asinine, whatever you want to say. Just not great, not good. They literally use the Kamehameha in their super attack, but they're not on the Kamehameha category. I do not understand. But there we go. The unit is good. They're good. They're definitely good. I'm going to love using this unit when that real artificial lifeform category leader drops. You know, you're going to be able to build a full team, crazy attack lowering all over the place. It's going to be very fun, a very fun team to use, provided whatever event you're going into can have their attack lowered. You're going to take double digits in no time. The most difficult run I've completed of the Legendary Goku event is the Artificial Lifeform team way before a lot of these EZAs and new units came out. Now it would be a joke because of LR Perfect Cell, but like back then it used to be super, super hard. And it gets really hard after Goku goes Super Saiyan God, because at that point his attack can no longer be lowered. Up to that point, I'm just taking double digits every single round because all those units lower attack. But then you get to tech Super Saiyan God Goku, he can't lower his attack anymore, and all of a sudden even Baby starts taking like 50k from normals, and it gets really dangerous, right? But alright, we're done. There's the Cell Jr. Good unit. Could have been better. There's a couple things, naming it Cell Juniors, giving them, like, taking away the Coward link. They could have taken away Coward, given them Kamehameha, and put them on the Kamehameha category. I think that would have worked a lot better, but oh well. It is what it is. You know, what can I say? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.